All right, welcome back. This time, we're going to fix this tent pole one way or another. We're going to fix it and fix it and fix it. And that's what we're going to do. And I found a trick. And I can't find any videos online, but this fix is going to be solid. The first things first, we have to try to figure out the thickness of the pole. Actually, more important is we need to figure out how thick this is. And it's 5/16. We already measured that. We already talked about it in last video. So next is we want to try to find a tube that is larger than this to slide over it. And the broken end is right here. This is the one that's broken and it doesn't work very well. And we're going to fix that, all right? And what we're going to do, number one, is try to figure out which end we can do it. Now, so on this one end, this thing doesn't come off, all right? On the other end, I got lucky, this thing comes off. That's a little cord inside of it, and you know how it works. So we're gonna put this to one side, off camera, so we don't lose it. And what we found out what will work is a tube, a little tube like this. And I took it off of a magnet. It's one of those magnets that telescope, right? So I took it apart and I yanked the bottom end out. There's these couple of copper pieces that hold it in place, and that just popped off. We'll put that one side. We need that. We need this piece right here. And this, I measured, is the right size that will slide over this thing, and also it will slide over this portion here as well. See that? And then that will basically, we'll put a sleeve over the sleeve, and that will work. And that's the magic trick, is getting one of these things off of one of these telescoping magnets. You see that? They just telescope. So simple as that. And that goes in the back over there on top of that. That's your telescoping magnet. And it's a cheap piece of tubing. I think that will be just fine for what we need, which is to fix this tent pole meat that's broken. And again, I'll show you how it slides over this whole thing here. All right, it goes right over there, just like that. Slides over that thing also, and we go further in until we get. Let's not knock the camera over. Until we get to this portion here. Let me undo these sides here. That one goes there. Goes there. So once we get to this portion here, slides over, and we're in business. That is as good as it's going to get. We will lock it up with it. And, I'll have to take this out. This is the part that is going to come out. It's not a big deal. That's an easy out. All right, I'll show you in a minute. Let me get a cutting tool to cut that off. I'll be right back, and pause for a second. All right, so we got one of these tiny little pliers. We call these slip joint, not slip joint. These are tongue and groove type pliers. Okay, tongue and groove pliers. Some will call them channel locks. So anyway, any of these will work. What we're going to do is we're going to try to, let me see, crimp this one down a little bit. Oh, come on, don't fight me now. Let's see. All right, that's manageable. Let's fold this one up here. And, yeah, so we'll crimp this one down. Just like that. Let's see. This goes over there. And let's all right. There. You know what? We'll go off camera and just cut this off. All right, we'll be back. All right, we are back after a few minutes of wrestling around with this thing. and using pliers and so on and so forth, and trying to set things up for this thing to work properly. And we got mangled up a little bit, but this is the tube, right? And this is the broken section here, right? And so we had to clean up a little bit. What really saved the day was using a cube cutter. The brand don't matter. It's one of these things. You wrap it around a little bit and you turn it. A couple of turns, you tighten it a little bit. You turn it a few times around the tube a few times. And you turn it a little bit more, tighten it, and go around. So what I learned was I wanted to pull it out, and you do it on the outside here on the bend. It was hard to do it with just two hands, but we got it figured out. You don't want to do it while it's on the shaft, because this actually has a little bite in it now, and this is not moving at all. It has basically did a 360 crimp on it, which is okay in my book. Nothing wrong with that. And so this now, from the telescoping magnet, one of the rings off one of the sections now slides over it just perfectly fine, and we center it right in there and goes right over it, and that is as good as it's going to get. See, that will actually save your day. So what I'm going to do in the future, whenever I buy a tent with these types of poles, I will take one of these magnetic telescoping magnets and take one of the sections off, and when slide it from one side to the other side, it will be part of the kit. So if I break, or if one of these things break, I have a little helper that's in line that will get it all done. So we are going to get this thing all wrapped up right now, and we got a great video. We couldn't find a video online anywhere else on how to repair it, but I had to resort to my bag of tricks, so to speak, and be able to put it together. And then this cap goes back on there when you want to keep this cap on there. And so the way we're going to store it is going to be very interesting. So let me see here. Obviously you don't want to leave it on there, right? So we will just basically slide it off of there and fold it up, and it's just going to have a longer section than the other ones, because this is the one with the break in it. And to assemble it will just be a simple assembly, which will basically just slide it right on there, and that will be part of the new, well, the old tent pole. So our next video, we're going to teach you how to do pole dancing with these tent poles. All right. You guys have a wonderful day, and whew, that was a good one. You guys have a great day. And we'll have to edit that out afterwards. Maybe we'll see. And pause.